Mcbike, Sunday, whatever's the date. Unfortunately, yesterday, a Mcbike about 10 past 11 o'clock yesterday. Had a problem with Gabriel, one of the staff there. I've known him for about 8 months. Jorge for about 11 months. Georgie, that's the one who works there. That's one of the guys who took the video of me sitting here at time where there was a hand halving was bothering me with the fascism. Seems like a very nice man. Gave me a camera. I just gave the camera back anyway. Over the 11 months, he's helped me out with money and stuff like that. Not all the time, but you first met him in the park. I'm suspicious of everybody. I'm suspicious of my shadow. That's how it is. Well, you can come to my place, my bike, and have a, you can drink coffee. It's okay. Get out of cold and whatever. Not a problem. Seems nice, but I've been here for a long time, and the person who I was with when they made contact, just suspicious. But anyway, I took my time to come here. I didn't come and saturate him. I promise you, I'm not the sort of person who overstays my welcome. In fact, I'm just so shy of going to people's houses. I've been offered about 50 times, come to my house. I just use a couple of people's houses because, the rest of the requests or the offers didn't seem so true at the time, with some of these people. So I tried to keep myself to myself. But anyway, Gabriel gives me marijuana in the past. I've given him, he's never had once a bad word to say about me. I neither to him, even though the guy is visibly effeminate, but it doesn't matter. He's got a girlfriend, whatever. If it doesn't matter. It's not the point. A lot of these guys, you have a couple of homosexuals who work here at Mcbikes, but I didn't care about that. I was just talking to Jorge. And this was the point. When Jorge works, I maybe come in, or even Maurice sometimes, not all the time. That's the other Suriname guy who works there. And when those two, him and Jorge, seems to be the most progressives, but the rest of them are just really uptight people. You can see them one day they're smart, next day when they look at you, they got their issues. You can see them visibly going through their issues in front, trying to impart it on you. And this is what you generally get with homosexuals anyway, by the unnatural deviation of what they are. They've got issues of really accepting the mistakes they've made because when they're by themselves it's not right. But anyway, to quickly go to it without going on biblical or Quranic or Torah texts, the anal cavities has 50 most deadly E. coli known to men, known to human, anything. So just like health warnings about being too fat, being obese, or being anorexic, too skinny, or being you needing more sports to help you emotional, hang-ups and get higher and feel much more better. Same as the anal cavity, you should not go there. It should be big signs saying basically what you lot are doing is wrong because of this simple point here. It is not meant for that, and for the health biological reasons I just mentioned, that alone is enough. So please, where you lot going with this? When was a child? Is that poo? But anyway, let me just go back to the story now. Gabriel was working on a bicycle in front of a customer, so obviously I walked past him and I said, oh, Gabriel, he's known to be flying his drone. He got wrapped about 3 months ago for flying his drone at work. He used to fly his drone in and outside Mcbikes really all day. So he's still a bit testy about it, but that's the joke I make with him. Even though he has said, okay, don't say that because they might sack me. How are they going to sack you? When you was flying your drones, they didn't sack you. So me mentioning now, they will sack you because a black guy has mentioned it. Is that what you're trying to say? Especially the black guy who he thinks and knows that I'm a pariah, nobody likes me, I get arrested so many times. So now it's his turn after months of them trying to groom me and it's not working. And this was the plan anyway, to get the thing to know me, then try to throw spanners in my work. This is what they all do. They fight from within. Those enemies who are frenemies. Okay, I don't. If I don't like you, I walk away from you. I don't look in your direction. I don't care who you are. Don't lose no sleep. They don't. They have to fight from within by the unnatural digression of their mindset, jealous mindsets. Anyway, I said to him, use your drone to fix that. Gabriel, no, don't fucking, I fucking told you. Shouting, the whole street can hear him all from there, across the head. That's the Mcbike. People in the shop seeing him. Everybody can hear him, except for Maurice, who was inside. The doors was closed, obviously, whatever. But anyway, there was a couple guys from Hard Rock Cafe. I think the dishwasher is a Nubian guy who was standing there. They saw what happened in part, I'm sure. And then anyway, I walked to the further end of the Mcbike line. That's Mcbike there, the entrance. I walked to the further entrance past where that small display bike is, where they usually use to teach people how to use the locks. By the way, this is why I normally do pull-ups on those bars, just across there. So I was doing a couple pull-ups there. Hardly release frustration, but just doing, So obviously when Gabriel shouted at me, don't fucking, if I fucking told you before, you're gonna fucking make me lose my job, don't fucking talk to me like that. That's how he shouted. So I was there and I just laughed. I was like, you're fucking homo anyway, even though you got a girlfriend, it's obvious you're homo. And then he got up and ran towards me. Honestly, he ran towards me. I was doing the pull-ups. I put my feet up. Obviously, he's waving the hammer. I didn't think he's going to hit me, but it looked like, wow, this guy's going to blow his top now. Really, you can see in his face. He's gone all red, even though he's a brown-skinned Italian dude. So I put my feet up as in mimicking like, I'll kick in your face if you really try to use a hammer, but I got down. I'm not going to kick him. Gabriel, what the fuck are you really doing now? Now I'm losing my temper, but still talking evenly because I'm an even-spoken person. And I fucking told you, try that again. Try what, bro? What are you talking about? What are you gonna do now with a hammer? You know? And then he turned slightly as if he's gonna motion into the door enough. So I pushed him. Yes, but this guy's really trying to threaten me with a hammer and then trying to go on like he thinks he's some king of a of a hammerer, threatening people and expect not to be disarmed. So I pushed him, pushing him through the door, his head through the door, and unfortunately he hit his head on the corner of the side of the door, but at the same time, simultaneously as I pushed him, I'm grabbing the hammer because his body's already moving already to the perpendicular side as if he's going to swing it, but not quite a devastating blow because my arm was already near him. So I grabbed the hammer and still he's not letting go. I had to wrench the hammer out of his hand. I mean, he was struggling, kind of thing. I didn't really apply so much pressure, but still, I had to apply enough pressure to him to know, wow, what the fuck are you doing here? So I snatched the hammer out of his hand, eventually pulled it out of his hand, and I banged my hand into the door. And then he kind of fell over on that small display bike, and then that was it. And then he ran inside to Maurice, the Suriname guy there. I don't know what's going on with Maurice, historian, very intelligent, seeming man. But obviously he backs his colleague. He has to back his colleague. He's working for them for 6 years, 10 years, whatever. They all back each other. So why did they send an outrider? As I think Jorge, he just came to see me in the park. I've been sitting in that park for 2 years on and off, and that's the first time I just see the guy who works at Mcbike for 10 years just happened to come out because it was his time to come and make contact with me and try to groom me. Okay, I'm not stupid of what's going on here. Anyway, I've called the police because I had to, because I know what they do. They call the police. I look like a bad man. This man didn't even call the police. He takes a cab, like to a hospital. I've called the police that advised me to go. Said, even she said, you're gonna 20 minutes late. And what happened? About 15 minutes. And I said, yeah, because I'm searching for a phone to use. I mean, my phone is not, my phones are dead. I got a couple phones. So I go to the police station to make a report. They said, no, I'll come back next week. You can make a report. Whatever, that's their business. You can't be threatening people and trying to attack people with a hammer in full view of everybody. And everybody's seen it. Obviously what happened to him, trust me, was not intentional, and by no means am I really happy what happened to him, by no means at all. But at the same time, this is the karma of what he was trying to do. Like, if you just let go of the hammer, if he didn't come and threaten people with the hammer, then he wouldn't have got a bad accidental injury, which happened to him, which I think as well, from his behavior. He's an idiot. And if you look at this man, he's a very placid man. If you look at him straight away, you can tell he bats for the other side, even though he came with his girlfriend a couple of times. I think just impressed me. Even one time his mum was coming there 5 days ago, he was begging Jorge. He said, Jorge, please don't go away, my mum's coming. I don't want to be fucking left with this woman alone. Yeah, this is Gabriel. I swear this is how he talks about his mum. He's a drunk kid, he's got money, he's got whatever, but I think when he looks about 28 years old, but he acts like he thinks he's 15. Most of them do. Stupid, I ain't gonna speak about your mum like that. And this is what goes on. You get me? He's scared of his mum, It's obvious his mum probably forced him to get a girlfriend, being Italian, the real Italians, not the fake homo ones. He said, yo, you gotta get a girlfriend, man, that's what we do, yeah, not the fake ones. But anyway, yeah, this is what happened, unfortunately, and I wish him well, but don't be coming threatening people with hammer running around. You're a wicked man. And he never lied to me, really, even the time when they gave me a joint or whatever. I'm telling you, I always see the look they give me, like when I come to visit Jorge, now and again, I visit Jorge, I talk to Maurice, yeah, and even Gabriel, he's seen some of my videos, he's seen some of my YouTube, yeah. I used to go into Mcbikes and show videos, and they wanted to see some of it, they're asking why am I keep getting arrested, but they wasn't really on my side because they were part of the people who were keeping quiet, who were watching me from the sidelines, who was even telling the police my movements. I know this. This is what they do. At the same time, I'm not bothered by it. I'm not crippled by it because I'm just living my life. It's always them that's going to end up being the one blowing up. Like, it's always them blowing up, not me. Because I'm cool with myself. Anyway, unfortunately, Gabriel is there giving it all the big mouth now. He went to see the two guys who work in the Hard Rock Cafe. One of the one's a Ghanaian, and one's like an Eastern European dark-skinned fella. They was both there to witness what happened. And there was many people who witnessed. The customer was there. He should at least have called the police straight away so they can gather all the witnesses who were there, not just the witnesses that they want to have. Because there were many witnesses who were standing up there, who were random witnesses, who are now gone, who are now left the scene. So what they want to do is now have the home witnesses, the ones who work in here, the ones who work in there, and they're the coalition of force anyway. But anyway, I saw the Ghanaian guy and he was just smiling at me saying, bruv, I know what happened, I saw what happened. I don't need to tell you nothing. I know what happened. Yes, Martin, how you doing, bro? You're right. Oh, cheers, Martin.
Enjoy, Ed.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Cheers, Yeah, one of the nice people, Martins. I mean, not everybody's bad, I guess. I'm not trying to say that there is, but at the same time, you know, not every homosexual is a pedophile in a way that how it may come across as how I seem to be saying it. But I'm just trying to say this is a part of a issue that we need to, yes, you know, that we need to look at, and it's not just throw them off the rules and all that. No. Again, there's such thing called rehabilitation, patience, and whatever, you know. But the issue still remains that this is what I think, and this is what we really need to be checking out and understanding why this issue of pedophilism seems to be ravaging the homosexual community and is just being unspoken about, untouched. Anyway, this is what happened yesterday. I'm sorry for him, but excuse me, dropping yesterday. I'm sorry for him, but at the same time, you cannot be working with a coalition of forces of people who are just prepared to just try to rip me down because of my views, because of what I say, and yet they're suffering from mental illnesses. You look at their face, they ain't even got a minute smile as my big toe has. Honestly, my smiles are just regal. You see me going through, you know, I'm trying to I'm pinging with energy, you know, hence why a lot of people approach me and I approach them as well, you know, but random people, generally tourists. I think some other Dutch people who help me as well. There's many hundreds of Dutch people who help me, so like it's not so much as the Dutch people. This is not a complaint about Dutch people, this is a complaint about Dutch system. It's a complaint about Nigerian system. This is a complaint about the judicial system of every country around the world. This is a judicial system issue. They're just going to say, oh, that makes it easier for us than you're talking about all around the world. Mate, I've been arrested 73 times, all unlawfully as far as I'm concerned, 62 times with no charges. What friggin' planet are you on, mate? The whole town knows this. They will keep quiet. Yeah, some help me on a slide. We had to give me money here, there, like some of the people I'm complaining about, I'm talking about now. But they're not really my friends. You know, they're just on the sideline trying to think that they're going to fight from within, knowing my MO, knowing how I behave, so they can give the information to the relevant forces who are looking to break me down. And that's what I've been going through my whole life. I went through this in the UK, you know, unfortunately arrested for murder. I didn't commit, rest in peace, you know. I ain't killed nobody, you know, but yeah, I went to prison for 3 months. You know, like given an ASBO made to be the king, the boss of some press row gang. There is no such thing as a press row gang. There is no such thing as some thugs who were running around. What there was were the home people who had jobs, who had position of influence as psychiatrists.